Welcome to Minsk Lean channel. Top stories from Minsk Lean evolution, background, learn evolution steps, current events guide, future forecast. Presented by Svetlana, Maxim, Victoria, and Yulia.
Our plant is located in Minsk, Belarus. The company was founded more than 25 years ago for production of bandsaw. And today we have the following manufacturing flows: high-speed steel wire, bimetal strip, bandsaws, hole saws, power hacksaw blades, and besides we assemble handsaws and paint scrapers. Our new story started in 2010. We got a new building. While we were moving, the order book had been growing with more and more orders being delayed. Our first idea to treat the situation was to increase the number of machines and workers for catching up. But the trick was that we had no space for extra equipment. One may consider such situation a deadlock. Do not change at all, stay in the comfort zone and rely on magic. But we considered it crossroads, treated the problems as opportunities, and took the road of challenge to highest quality, lowest cost, shortest lead time, best safety, and high culture. This way of development was our company's strategy and vision, and we have got an experienced coach, a sensei, to lead us step by step in this journey. So in 2011, Lean Revolution was launched in Minsk plant. We started questioning current state and making Kaizen events. One of the basic Lean principles is, before asking for new machines, space, people, go to Gemba, see your resources and improve them. So having a new facility with all space occupied pushed us to the first step of evolution: layout and workflow improvement. Assembly flow was the first one where we started the changes. Occupying 5,200 square feet, the flow was located in 3 different zones. Most of the space was occupied by big marking machines working in batches, and there was no flexibility between the cells as each of the machines was dedicated to a specific range of products. With some creative approach, we made mock-ups of small and simple marking machines, introduced tooling for a safer and standardized assembly. As a result of several Kaizen events in the area, we managed to reduce the flow space by 76%. That was place big enough to accommodate a full-scale shipping and goods receiving area, as well as part of material storage solutions. What's even more important, we have created a flexible one-piece flow where workers and machines can quickly adjust to a changing customer demand. It was the first lesson learned, after which we organized similar Kaizen events in other areas. Step by step, we were getting rid of unnecessary movements and made the process fast and simple. Following the Lean strategy, we moved to the next step, as a proper layout organization never goes without success and visual management. It was relatively easy to sort, clean up, set everything in order, standardize workplace and eliminate safety hazards. The challenge was to sustain the standards and cultivate success culture among the workers. To promote employees' personal involvement, a new project was initiated in line with our SNA Europe Success program. The entire plant is divided into 15 success areas. Each area has its leader, appointed for a 6-month period. The success leader sustains standards, enforces improvements in the assigned area, and makes audits at other areas. Cross-audits help to take a fresh look and identify potential improvements, as well as share the experience. Since the project launch, 92 out of 150 associates have enjoyed the experience of being success leaders, and their number is constantly growing.
Мне выпала хорошая возможность поучаствовать в 6С-проекте. Сначала было трудно и немножко непонятно, но потом, разобравшись, все стало легко и доступно. Я открыл в себе новые возможности и таланты, как мне сказали мои руководители. Глобальная визуализация мне, как 6-лидеру, помогла более качественно и уверенно проводить 6 аудиты на других участках.
Being a basic and commonly used tool, visual management was implemented across the shop floor and in offices. Continuing the lean way, we went ahead to the step of standardization. To prepare a solid base for improvements, we moved on to creation of standard work. Following the methodology, we started with observations and time measurement, created spaghetti diagram which visualized the wastes. Based on the data received, we established the most efficient sequence of standard actions and defined their time. We documented and visualized the results, trained operators, and implemented regular follow-ups, looking for further improvement opportunities. Learning this lesson, we implemented standard work in all production flows. Waste of time and motion were eliminated, and as a result, productivity and efficiency increased. From this point, we proceeded to the step of operator-based quality control. To achieve the highest quality target, we had to make quality requirements clearly understood by operators, not only by quality engineers. In some cases, defects were not clear. Having not enough expertise, operators went to the quality lab to consult engineers, who in the end were responsible for the final conclusion. In order to simplify samples check and speed up decision-making, we created the database with detailed defects description and equipped all operations with the needed measurement tools. We created visual control plans with defect references, placed them in all workstations, and arranged extensive trainings with exams. As a result, we standardized and visualized the requirements and involved workers in quality control. Now, quality checks are performed and most decisions are made by operators at the shop floor during manufacturing process. Sustaining organized flows and quality control methods, we were ready for pull system implementation. Our flow standardization process highlighted the fact that our production had not been fully leveled to customer demand. With Sensei, we discovered the art of leveling production using the new tool Heijunka. Our customer is a pacemaker for our production. So to keep the needed pace up, all customer orders are launched to production via Heijunka according to requested delivery dates. To assure the shortest lead time and continuous flow inside the production, we applied Kanban across all production flows for semi-finished and finished products. To support the production pace set by the customer, we had to assure the same pace for delivery of components from warehouse to the workstations. And that became possible with introduction of Water Spider. Following fixed schedule and route, Water Spiders deliver customer orders and the needed quantity of required components to production. Completing this cycle, they bring finished goods from production to the shipping area. To have the pull system running smoothly, we had to ensure the required pace of material deliveries from suppliers to warehouse. In order to include the widest list of suppliers in our Kanban system and pull cycle, electronic Kanban system was launched. It lets us be more flexible and increase the speed and quality of information flow.
В 2018 году проводили совместный кайдзен по внедрению системы Kanban на поставку деревянной упаковки. По итогам совместной работы мы получили солидное улучшение и скорость нашей работы. А также внедрили частично работу канбана и у себя на производстве. Переняли опыт и очень довольны, что так произошло.
Today we have a well-balanced pull system which covers all parts of our supply chain. Having pull system implemented, we got the opportunity to look deeper into production process to reduce the wastes. Our next focus for efficiency improvement was setup time. Targeting to meet our customer expectations in delivery time and batch size, while at the same time keeping our efficiency high, we had to ensure quick changeover time. Using standard work, we make analysis and define the areas with the longest changeover time, arrange setup reduction events and also standardize setup processes. Within the years of our active lean evolution, we have arranged and implemented 16 SMED events. By transferring internal setup to external, reducing operators' movements and simplifying setup process, we have managed to reduce setup times by 60% on average. The SMED events implemented were an important step to improve productivity, reduce the cost, and move us to the goal of reduced lead time. But it is also crucial to note that this approach has to be applied repeatedly, even to the same operation, as the results we have achieved by today only serve a starting point for tomorrow's improvements. Moving our way, we identified the next source for potential improvements, the equipment resources, which can be maximized by total productive maintenance. Any machine requires timely service or repair, as reliable equipment functioning is one of the keys to sustain a high level of efficiency. Looking at our maintenance practices, we discovered that the majority of maintenance performed activities were reactive rather than preventive. That resulted in overlapped breakages and forced to revise production planning. To be able to plan maintenance resources and keep records of all breakdowns, equipment lifebooks, later software, and maintenance planning board were introduced and gave us the following advantages. Available resources are visualized and tasks are distributed between personnel based on priority. Equipment breakdown history is now available for tracking, root cause analysis, and implementing corrective actions. One of the most notable corrective actions was the implementation of total productive maintenance. That was a new approach for us that required advanced planning of preventive activities on yearly, quarterly, monthly, and weekly basis.
В результате внедрения мейнтмастера и доски планирования мы можем видеть загруженность сотрудников ремонтно-эксплуатационной службы, а также нахождение, на каком из станков они находятся. Также было внедрено ППР, планово-производительные ремонты, которые уменьшили время простоев оборудования всего нашего завода. Ведем поиск и устранение утечек сжатого воздуха. За прошедший период 2017-2018 годы мы устранили утечек около 2000 литров в минуту. Если перевести это в деньги, то получается где-то около 12 тысяч долларов.
RCI наконец навели порядок у нас, что позволяет быстро, эффективно делать ремонты, находить нужные запчасти, сокращает, скажем так, время ремонта. Много делаем проектов по улучшению, по экономии электроэнергии, сжатого воздуха.
Moving forward our lean way together with our team, we faced the need to develop workers' multi-skills and therefore level human resources to customer demand. Our task was to avoid situations when machines are stopped due to operators being absent, as well as to be able to quickly react to demand ups and downs. To increase flexibility and efficiency of our human resources, we use a tool called Matrix of Competence, which is a list of manufacturing operations and workers by flow. Each worker's competence is visualized for each operation. Production manager and supervisors analyze demand trends and define bottleneck operations, which require additional qualified personnel. Then, internal trainings are scheduled and implemented with respective updates shown in the matrix. As of today, 40% of workers are skilled at 3 or more operations, and that multifunctional team is one of the most important assets to quickly respond to a changing demand and keep our fill rate up to the target. An extra benefit of having a multifunctional team is the ability to combine several operations in one operator's hands.
Я работаю на участке машинных полотен. На данный момент я уже изучил 7 операций и выполняю их почти что каждый день. На данный момент за последние 2 года я изучил 3 операции, которые непосредственно выполняю сейчас 2 на данный момент. В будущем планирую изучить еще 3 операции, после которых я один смогу обслуживать весь участок.
By this time we have built a strong base for the next stage of lean evolution, leveling costs to customer demand. Before that, we were mainly focused on the output, while our monthly finance result was analyzed just at month end, when it was already too late for any corrective actions. In order to improve our management process, to make it profit-oriented, and to be able to level our costs to output, we have developed cost control and profit follow-up process. This is how the process works. All costs are distributed by nature and cost centers. Every cost line is controlled by certain manager. Budget for each cost line is calculated every month based on customer demand and expected output. The management team gets together for daily cost and profit follow-up meeting in order to analyze root causes of overspendings, if any, and to agree for immediate corrective actions. Each of us is encouraged to drive improvements for generating profit. That is how we came, for example, to leveling utilities consumption to output. Energy consumption, being in red zone, required instant improvements. Brainstorming on energy savings resulted in a number of projects, generating $172,000 of annual savings. Now our monthly finance result is predictable, and all managers are involved in cost and profit control process. These were some major highlights from our fascinating lean journey. If we look a few years back and until today, we see that our annual results were not static, but developed along with our evolution. The contribution margin increased from -1.7 to +$3.8 million. That was achieved by increase of output, decrease of direct materials consumption and labor costs, as well as reduction of utility expenses. The scrap rate reduced from 2% down to 0.5%, as a result of increasing tooling accuracy, standardization of setup process, implementation of full quality traceability in the shop floor, and maintaining regular quality trainings with operators and supervisors. Increasing our output volumes and improving efficiency, we achieved the growth of our productivity by 65%. One of our main priorities, customer service, increased from 91% to 99% and is being kept above the target within the past 2 years. As it works with the lean way of development, one should always be looking for further improvements. And so our journey goes on. We are currently working on speeding up the reaction time to any issue that occurs in production. More information on that project is available in a dedicated problem-solving approach presentation. Having applied the lean principles to our business processes, we move on to technical process improvements. Now we plan to introduce the GDOCA principle to reach the goal of highest quality. And to make it at lowest cost, in shortest lead time, with greatest flexibility and highest efficiency, we are focused on introducing the 3P production preparation process approach to our manufacturing. Building lean plant, we work continuously on improvements to increase efficiency by reducing the wastes. We built clear and transparent material and information flows. We implemented standardized work, 6S program, total productive maintenance. As a result, we've reduced wastes of waiting, transportation and motion. We implemented Heijunka and leveled capacity to customer demand, which reduced waste of overproduction and inventory. We implemented cross-functional training of operators to be able to quickly react to the changing customer demand, and therefore reduced waste of skills. Our employees join all RCI initiatives, which enhances their leadership skills and involvement in building together our lean plant. To conclude our today's program, I am delighted to turn the floor over to our production units team to share their RCI experience.
RCI – это комплекс мероприятий для поддержания чистоты и порядка на заводе.
Это точное исполнение всех заказов покупателей в срок.
RCI помогает непрерывно улучшать качество продукции и организацию ее труда.
RCI для меня – это возможность стандартизировать рабочие процессы, порядок на рабочем месте и в голове.
RCI помогло в работе тем, что сократило ненужные затраты времени.
Для меня RCI – это стиль жизни. Для меня сейчас жизнь, вот как раньше был черно-белый фильм, а сейчас стал цветным.
Как порядок в голове, так на производстве. Все на своих местах, ничего лишнего, ничего не мешает.
Это удобное расположение на участке, оборудование и комплектующих, которое экономит наше время.
Это правильное и грамотное планирование производственных процессов. Это применение принципов FIFO на всех участках.
RCI для меня это соблюдение всей командой наших правил и постоянное ежедневное улучшение.
It really became an asset for us, and the results are really rewarding.
RCI для меня прежде всего это культура производства, прозрачность всех технологических процессов, ну и, конечно же, ежедневное улучшение.
Все стало на своих стоит на своих местах, все подписано. Экономия времени.
RCI – это наш порядок, это наша скорость, это наша автоматизация при безукоризненном соблюдении техники безопасности.
RCI for me is the way to be satisfied with what we have and not to stop to strive for more at the same time.
RCI для меня это улучшение условий труда и работа над этим улучшением в дальнейшем.
RCI – это возможность улучшить, упростить рабочий процесс, возможность дисциплинировать саму себя.
RCI является необходимой частью любого современного производства.
RCI for me is a way of becoming perfect.
Для меня RCI – это порядок на производстве. Все.
RCI, it is my new religion, and I try to implement it even in my everyday life. Hola.
This is Minsk Clean Channel. Stay with us and see you next time.